record this particular discussion. Strategies on how to avoid taxation. And I'll start the webinar. That'll let the
among other things.
Did you all see Andrew on Neil Caputo's show?
Yes.
No, but
No, I missed that.
I don't watch that channel, but I saw the clip.
You know, I've worked with Neil on so many things. He's actually a pretty decent reporter, despite the station he's on. But
I thought that
they did great.
Yeah, I thought the segment was perfect.
It was perfect. It was really showed what was going on and what needed to be done. And I learned something about that too. I learned about the restaurant relief act and all, and I wasn't aware that was part of the new stimulus package. So it was
passed. It just hasn't come out of the Senate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Hi, Kristen. Hi, Seema.
Hello.
You're muted.
Hi. Sorry about that.
As you can see, the trees in Verde Square are still green. It's just
It's amazing, Doug.
Chemicals or something, but
it's a little like ET, you know, the plant comes back to life when you walk by.
I really do have to change my background.
Listen, at least we've got one. In order for me to get it, when I have to put up a huge green screen behind me, which is the biggest pain in the neck. So I gave up on it. But anyway, we were just bragging about you, Andrew.
Yeah. Transportation Committee.
Where's your mask, Doug?
You're a star, Andrew. You're really great. You're great today.
What did I do this time?
With Neil Caputo. It was
Focus on
fantastic.
all week. Seriously.
Really good.
And Neil's amazing. So it's pretty cool. Hey.
Yeah, you have to see. It's really funny. I do all these interviews on all these stations, so I always get to know like who watches what. But anytime I do Fox News or Fox Business, I get these emails and phone calls from around the country. I won't play it now because I know we're recording. The message I got the other day, someone sent me a Bible.
Oh, nice.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And the thing, I work with him, and the thing is with business, there are only so many channels that have really great reporters that you can discuss things with, and he's one of them.
Yeah,
It's that and CNBC. So.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, I don't know if you heard us paying your compliments before.
I didn't, but
it was really a great interview. It was perfect. It was so good.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Mort. Wow. Hi, Dan.
Who was cooking tonight? One of your phenomenal meals, if you're there.
No, actually, we did quick chicken dogs because I came back late and I had to. But thanks.
Well, and your tree looks nice. I saw it.
Tree's
before.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is my husband put up a 6-foot tree, and we have a quorum yet?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, we
so we
do.
should get started. So he put up a 6-foot tree, and I said nobody's coming to see it, and he said it doesn't matter. He had to have it. So I don't know who else feels that way about him.
He has it on Facebook. A lot of people see it.
Yeah.
To make it your background, your Zoom background, and then everyone will see.
Hi,
Put it on
Barbara.
my. So, okay, so Christian, should we start the ball rolling?
But we don't have the applicant for 434 Amsterdam Avenue here yet.
Oh, okay. So, I guess that's it.
But we have everybody that counts for the street fair, so we could do that part.
When we get the street fair, the street fair started,
Right,
and
let's do
then when the applicant for 434 comes, that way we can kind of get the process going.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so.
Christian, there are 3 people in attendees. You're confident that they're not the applicant for 434?
Well, they were not, any of them were not in the paperwork that we received.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Linda,
Yep.
may I make a quick comment?
Sure.
Thank you. After 45 years of running street fairs, I've decided that that's it. And I'm merging with Todd Berman in Clearview.
We know.
And I want to thank Board 7 and the committee especially for all the great cooperation and help that you've given me and my groups over the years. So Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for running street fairs that people love to go to, that bring so much happiness to our community, and hopefully will again soon. And
Thank you.
good luck on your, mazel tov on your new venture.
Thank you.
That's real estate speak.
Okay, so as part of the outline, basically, unless there is any objections by anyone, we will take only one vote for all the multi-street fairs. So if anybody has any comments, now's the time to make them.
Wait, Christian?
Yep.
We've got one that's separate. The Valley Restoration is Mardi Gras production?
Yeah, Dan Cohen is here.
Okay, so we separate that and then put
No,
all.
no. We can just leave them
No?
all together as one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay.
Is there anybody in the community that wants to be heard on these things?
You know, let me promote to panelists everybody right now. So
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
It's only so few of us.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah. Okay, Naomi, Aaron, and Trish. Hello.
Welcome.
You guys are on unmute.
If anybody wants to be heard on the street fairs, now's the time.
Dan, how you doing? He's walked away. Is anyone here to discuss the street fairs?
I was hoping to ask Dan if how he managed to do his.
Dan, I don't know where Dan is.
No one else was
Probably
able
with
to.
his buddy Ron. So,
Okay, so let's take the vote.
okay.
All those in favor? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And non-committee members. That's 1. So the vote is 7-0-0-0 and 1-0-0-0 in favor.
Okay, so
And
we've
they are
got,
approved.
so we've got, so the only people who aren't here are Paul Fisher and Arena Stennett, correct?
And Madeline.
And Madeline, right, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So thank
Okay.
you very much. And thank God we survived 2020 and
Yeah.
looking forward to 2021. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Happy holidays to you too.
Christmas, happy
Thank
holidays.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Lord
Thank
Or
you.
Don't be a stranger.
and John.
I'm still there. I'll be at every event.
Good.
You
Thank
all know where I
goodness.
live.
Okay,
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just in case any of the attendees, any of you from 434 Amsterdam Avenue? I guess not.
Do you want to we've got people here, maybe you want to hear from the public and why they're
Yeah,
here?
sure, may as well.
And then give it a little more time because it's still early.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
So-
Before we proceed, I wanted to, as officially as a committee, I wanted to congratulate Andrew and the New York Hospitality Alliance for all the work they have done on behalf of the restaurant industry, and they have been, they really have been significant. They have helped, that industry quite a bit, in a significant fashion.
Indeed.
Indeed, here.
Here, yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Greatly
And the battle
appreciated.
continues.
It's been intense 8-9 months, and now who knows if we'll shut indoor dining next week. It's
I
just
know.
devastating on so many levels, and you hear.
Do you have
the-
any sense of where that's going, Andrew?
Well, we'll see. It's like the ever-changing goalpost. It was
Yeah.
initially based, well, it's changed multiple times of factors that lead to closures, but just this week, it changed from infection rate to hospital capacity.
Hospitalization, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And the formula on what would determine if it gets shut down or not is, who knows?
Right.
Well, by Saturday, we should know whether or not it'll be shut down on Monday, but then we don't even know what the metrics would be to get it reopened. And again, it's troubling in the sense that, Manhattan has a positivity rate, I think today was 2.5, less than
Right.
half of counties throughout the state where indoor dining is going to remain open. And we've seen since June, restaurants have been open at 50% indoor occupancy, and New York City since September at 25%. And infection rates continued to go down. I mean, just last week, the governor said 70% of the new infections are related to unregulated private social gatherings in people's homes. The city health department has no contact tracing data that we've seen, and we got updated last week that there's any meaningful increase related to indoor dining. I mean, if anything, it's probably one of the safer places to be, all things considered, but we understand it's part of a much larger.
What I want to know is, Andrew, what are you doing to stop the small gatherings that are not taking place in restaurants from happening? Where are you on that? Huh? How are you, what are you doing to stop that are not taking place in restaurants and that have nothing to do with your industry? What are you doing to fix that?
Yeah, well, that's the question that I've been asking many people.
$60,000 question.
Did you happen to see the governor's press
I
conference?
was going to say, he came on and said that there is data.
Well,
they were talking about the comparison of the infection rate versus the hospitalization rate, that even the infection rate is still a derivative. So it's a, you know.
What he said was that there was data.
That Robert Mojica a lot, and he's the one who said that restaurants were somewhere between 5 and 6 on the list of their infections.
Yeah.
Right.
5 and 6 of how many? Out of 5 or 6 areas, or 8?
And 3 and 4 are your grandkids and your stepdaughters and everything.
No, I know, but he also said that it's also the fastest growing rate right now.
Yeah.
Of infection. Now, they also said that they're going to be looking at the hospitalization rate. If it doesn't level off, that's when they will decide to shut down again. But they didn't give us any numbers.
It's really not transparent at all, because it's not just hospitalization rate. It's about the trend line for the hospitalization rate, which is not knowable by us.
Right.
So it's
right. And I think, Andrew, I think the points that you made in the interview today about how many workers were going to lose their jobs, and there's no nothing that can help them. There's no stimulus. There's nothing.
And again, there's
we brought it to a human level.
They have to be put in context of, the whole entire situation. If now highly regulated indoor dining is suspended again, does that encourage more people to go indoors to these social private gatherings where there are no regulations and further increasing the data? I mean, Governor Murphy of New Jersey just said this week, when he was asked, he said that he is not at any time now going to close indoor dining in New Jersey because that's not where the infections are coming from.
Right.
So,
this is a little bit like, when you lose your keys and you go over to the lamppost, why are you searching for your keys? Didn't you lose your keys over there? Well, the light is better over here. So we're all deciding that we're going to close the things that we can close, like the restaurants, and we can close the schools, because those are things that we can close and control, even if they are having only a minor impact or none at all on the infection rate. So I want to call all of your attention to Christian, who's right now on a fabulous beach somewhere, and he's extremely jealous. So, I know he's going to say it's the background, but I know that's where he is right now, and that's outrageous.
It's my secret retreat.
Dan, by the way, just an FYI, we already voted on the. I assumed you were here for the street fairs.
I didn't even get a chance to speak against it. Come on.
But Dan,
Thank you all.
It looked like you actually held the fair in September. Did you?
Say again?
Did you have the fair this September?
No, we had nothing. We had nothing.
So those financials that you submitted were from when?
They were from 2019.
Over the previous year.
Yeah, previous year. Yeah. I mean, I figured I'll give you, the data that I have, which is the year before.
It was helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So, thank you all. Sorry to. I guess my
taking random pot shots.
No, Dan, since you're here, you'll have to actually speak for 434 Amsterdam Avenue, since they're not here. So.
Oh, okay.
I just add one last thing to what I was saying before. Is if we had a functional federal government, you could just shut restaurants and other businesses and compensate them And
Right.
then when it's safe to open, you'd open them up.
Right.
But you put people into a situation where they have to just make impossible decisions with no good outcomes. And it's really tragic and shameful, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and there's a precedent.
So
They're
sign
doing it
me
in
up for the
Germany.
Andrew
They
Lidgy
did
for
it in
mayor
Greece.
campaign, whatever it takes. Let's make that happen. So.
But they've already, when they did this in Germany, they supported their restaurants. When they did this in Italy, they supported supported their small businesses. In France, that's the big thing. They're supporting their small businesses. And they have another program for small businesses just to keep the old mom and pops there because they subsidize them.
England too. People cash
Canada as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got through a
Go ahead.
whole round over the last few months of renegotiating existing leases to stabilize them during COVID. And now with this next round of closures, we are going to have to renegotiate everything we just settled on.
Yeah.
Did everyone get a chance to read the Commercial Observer article I sent you about landlords, certain landlords actually helping? You get it, it was a great article, actually helping their tenants and working with them. And with
Columbia's doing that. Columbia, because they
They are.
control so
They're
much
great.
of Morningside Heights retail.
They can
That's a
afford to do it.
wonderful thing, but not every landlord is in a position to be able to do that.
That
That's
is
true.
correct. That is
And
correct.
there are some landlords that are doing work on their buildings, local law 11 work and other stuff, which is extremely costly, and they can't make that stretch. So it's
Right.
not, we can't penalize without really examining what's going on here.
100%, Barbara.
Do it.
100%. And for the commercial buildings, they've got local law 97. So they're adding to that local law 11 and 97. And it's insane refitting the interiors. It's insane the amount of money that they have to spend just to, and pretty soon coming down the pike will be all of the, I just wrote a blog about it today, about all of the new protocols for commercial buildings that they're going to need in order to keep their internal air quality, IAQ, to new standards. So
Right.
that's
Wow.
going to cause the
And
MERS,
you've
you've
got
got the MERS, you've got the MERS.
Sprinkler requirements.
Yeah, that's local law 97.
Right.
And then you're going to have
Wow.
MERS requirements. You're going to have all new air filtrations. It's going to be costly. You're going to need some help. And by the way, the banks aren't giving anyone a break. So no landlords are getting a break from their banks.
Unless you can have forbearance if you have a Freddie Mae or, a Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, but most commercial landlords do not have federally backed type of loans like that.
I'm going to
So-
sign off. Thank you all for the support.
Okay, then.
The,
Good to see you,
Valley
Dan.
Restoration.
Hi, Dan.
We'll see you in September, if not sooner, at the street fair. So,
Right.
We'll see you at the
Thanks,
street
everyone.
fair.
yes, indeed.
So how
I need
long
new
do we wait
socks.
for this other applicant? How long?
One
do we
more
wait?
minute.
Is there
no,
anybody
that's
that
not-
has a phone number we can call? Is there does somebody have the phone number of the applicant? I'm glad to call them.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell you.
You can put it up.
It's a
In the
347
intro-
761 4434. Yeah, let me put it up. You're right. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
And what's the name of the person?
Hold on. Let me put it on the screen so you can see it.
yeah. So we can call them and everybody should get a chance to see what the application is if you haven't already, because it came in late. So,
I have the contact info for the landlord and their broker there too, if you need.
okay. Well, maybe we should call Kathleen Stathopoulos.
Well, let's wait for Mark to finish the call he's making.
Was Naomi?
What kind of food is this restaurant?
Greek.
Well,
Greek.
Well, that's the.
I doubt you're going to get a lawyer this time unless it's,
Are Aaron or Naomi here for a particular purpose or just observe?
Hey, this is Mark Diller for the Chair of Community Board 7 call for Salil Mehta. We are on Zoom
Guess it's
waiting
not Greek.
for your application, someone to appear for your application for your SLA license. Please zoom in. If you don't know the Zoom, then go to CB7's website, which is nyc.gov/MCB7, and click on the links for future meetings, and then zoom into the meeting as soon as you can, please, because we're all sitting here waiting for you. Thanks so much. Bye. That wasn't too snotty, was it?
What about his attorney? That's the one I would call.
I'll try next. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the old Tangle Line space. Here's Madeline.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hey,
This is the
hi,
old.
Madeline.
Hi, Madeline.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I said I had a hard time logging on.
Oh,
Hello.
So let's take a look at, if you get a chance, folks, let's take a look at the application. And so, you know, the hours were reasonable. I don't know what kind of restaurant. I was just being
It's
Why
a
is
full
that?
restaurant, though. It says that in the application.
yeah.
Well, the hours are
No.
reasonable,
The hours are very reasonable.
you know, so.
And they don't have to tell us what kind of restaurant it is. Usually they come in and tell us, so it's not on the application, so that's why we usually talk to them. The hours are
I couldn't
very
tell from the
reasonable.
name.
I couldn't either,
oh,
but I'm sure it's a delicious restaurant. And let's point this out, folks. It's a restaurant that is opening.
Oh,
I know.
true.
A good space.
I'm sorry, what was the space, Doug? What was it originally?
Tangled Vine, and
And
before
then
that,
it was the
Oh my
sushi,
gosh.
Roppongi before that.
Roppongi.
That was,
Oh.
yeah, favorite. It was my
It's a
favorite
very, yeah, it's a very problematic
Japanese. Yeah.
site. I know way too much about that site, and I may
Why is it
actually.
problematic, Doug?
There's some stuff going on there.
Well, I don't know if it's appropriate. I don't want to prejudice.
No,
the
it's not
applicant.
appropriate to
Probably
discuss
not
the
applicant.
problem.
No,
Oh,
it should. I mean,
sorry.
there's work that needs to be done on the sidewalk, and it's been on and on and on for a long time.
It's a high traffic area, though. It's a great location.
It is.
It's a great
I can tell you
location.
for sure.
I did the Orwalk.
Lenge was there for years. When that was Lenge.
No, Lenge is where the
Oh,
bakery is. This was
Bakery, yeah, Magnolia Bakery. What was the Japanese restaurant that was there for years? We loved it.
Roppongi.
Roppongi.
With pine. Oh, I love that place.
It was good.
Yeah. Hi, Madeline.
Madeline, we're waiting for the applicant, hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, okay.
So
That's why we're just hanging out.
So we're talking about the state of restaurants and the economy, and I mean, I'm getting information from people from out of state that New York is shutting down, period. I'm like, oh my God, I just got.
I just ran into this father and son. They opening up a new business, a nail salon. So I said, is it Asian or Black? They said Black. This is the first African-American nail salon that we ever had in this community. They're opening up on, I think this is 105th Street between 104th, 105th, or maybe 105th, 106th. They're opening up now, and I was shocked that they got money to open up a new business.
Madeline,
What-
105th
what
in
avenue are they
Amsterdam
on?
or Columbus?
Columbus,
Okay.
sorry, Columbus.
Well, I mean, there's still some programs available for the Small Business Administration,
Mhm.
but I see what you're saying. It's difficult in this period to open something
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
Well, B. Wilson, who was a broker at Element for many years, she had a nail salon on Frederick Douglass Boulevard between 118th and 119th Street.
I know the place. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't think it's open still, but that was
No, it's not.
be a lot, and so I went to the nail salon with my miserable nails.
Yeah.
Didn't B. Wilson also have a wine bar up there?
I don't know, did she?
Yeah, I think she did. She was partners of a wine bar, and I know that she was part of it in that new development on Frederick Douglass. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were working for that was when we were working with Cal Prop. So,
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, Madeline, and everybody, Andrew's organization sponsored an NWBE forum. It was a few months ago now, and one of the really most compelling takeaways from it was not just requirements about contracting with NWBEs, but unequal access to capital. And it's exactly what you're talking about. The capital needed to start and launch a business. It is. And I don't know that anything much has changed in any of that. I don't think any of the federal stimulus
No.
has targeted or made a reasonable effort at supporting the small, not just smaller businesses, but MWBE smaller businesses.
Mhm.
It's something that it's a little bit confounding, but maybe we ought to think about in some time. I just got
Mark,
a
Mark,
text.
we had a webinar about that. It was precipitated by Madeline, It was
Yep.
Madeline's idea. We had a very successful webinar.
Mm.
Could have been more
Yes, you sure
successful to
did.
get the board office to push it out better, but yeah.
I would
Yeah, no,
note,
you did. No, you guys did great. I'm just thinking about structurally, we can't lend money. We can only highlight the issue.
Right.
So we can
Maybe
call
we have
attention.
another
And
webinar.
well, yeah, or I don't know what else, but something's got to give with some access to capital. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
just
You
got a
know-
text from somebody, looks like the lawyer. I'm appearing, will log in momentarily. B.
Okay.
B. Her name is Kathleen, so of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, that's the name of the attorney.
Okay.
Kathleen.
I
Yeah,
just
no, but she
mentioned
signed
on,
it B, but anyway, okay, so she should be logging in any minute.
I
Well-
think, we have such a reputation on the board that nobody ever expects us to, one, start on time, and two, get things done expeditiously. Except
We're
this
not that
committee
bad. We
this
start within
committee
5 minutes.
is one of the few committees that actually does get things done expeditiously
You remember
and
the,
efficiently.
you remember
I'll
the time
agree
when
with that.
you remember the time when what was his name? George was a chair, and then he had an emergency, he had to leave, and then I that was the first time I took one vote for all the affairs, and when we left, there were people still coming in because they figured they were going to be here for a while.
Right. Them's was the old days.
Yeah.
Now
I
we've got a
just
different
on that point, the Restaurants Act, which is the federal legislation that's a $120 billion revitalization fund, there's bipartisan support.
Yes.
The program for the first, I forget, maybe it's 2 weeks, prioritizes grants to marginalized and underrepresented communities, and with businesses with less than $1.5 million a year in gross sales. So really the point is to get to money to female, Black and brown businesses, small businesses as that versus you saw like what happened with the PPP where these large corporations that had relationships with banks.
Landry and
So,
My favorite current example of that, apparently Tom
Yeah.
Brady, the star quarterback, apparently he got something like, several hundreds of thousands of dollars for some small business that he theoretically runs. Anyway, it looks like we've been joined by Kathleen Negris, and I don't have the last name in front of me, but I think that's the applicant for 434. So welcome to Community Board 7. And
Yes, thank you. Sorry I'm late. Thank you very much.
do you want to come on camera, Kathleen?
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm not looking my best these days, but that's okay.
None of us are.
Let me just.
Speak for yourself.
start.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I just for the men to say that, right? Okay. I don't know. Can you? Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this will work. Okay, there I am.
There you go.
Hi.
So
So
t-
sorry.
tell us about 434.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a place called Lout, which is the proprietor has two other places downtown. One will be closing due to COVID, and he's moving up now to Amsterdam. So Lout is established business. He's going to be using the same menu that he has down there, which is, I guess you can say it's curry food, Indonesian curry food.
Indonesian.
Yeah, and
Okay, it's Indonesian cuisine.
yes, yes, and what else can I tell you about it? It's less than 74 people. We do have a certificate of occupancy. There was a previous license there, but that establishment closed up and the license has since expired.
Oh, yeah.
And he is looking for a full liquor license, which was the same as the license there as well.
Okay.
what used to be in this space? What's the space?
Tangled
I'm
Vine
sorry?
and
It's
Repugnant.
on the corner of 81st Street. It's on the southwest
Southwest
corner.
corner.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm just trying
Of
to.
Amsterdam?
Yeah,
Of
we're
Amsterdam.
it's right off
Yes.
the floor washer.
Nice space.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
81st.
It
Oh,
was
the
Tangled
wine
Vine.
bar. The
It was,
Tangled
I'm trying
Vine,
to
right,
see the
okay.
name of the, I don't have the name in front of me of what was
was-
there before.
Tangled Vine.
It was
Oh,
Tangled
that's
Vine,
it,
yeah.
yes, that's it,
Tangled Vine.
exactly,
Bruce.
exactly.
Bruce was the old, if
Exactly.
you remember, was the old proprietor.
Yeah, I remember him well.
Exactly. So that's basically it. I mean, if I can answer any questions, I'd be happy. He has experience. I mean, he has been
Well-
in the restaurant business for about 15 years.
Kathleen, what are his other restaurants down there, downtown?
Yes, I can tell you the names of them.
Thanks.
Let's see. Let me,
Only because I'm writing minutes and I want to add some more stuff.
yeah, sure, absolutely. I pulled the SLA licenses for those, and they have full liquor as well. So one of them is
Froze.
I think she froze.
Uh-oh, Kathleen.
Oh,
the
good.
second one, and the second one is Lotus 17 Inc. doing business as allowed, and that's at 15 East 17th Street. I believe one of them he will be closing because he's having a difficult time negotiating with the landlord, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
Kathleen, I hate to do this to you, but you froze. What was the first one, please?
Oh, sure. A Lotus 20 Inc. And that's at 31 East 20th Street.
Okay,
And the second is Lotus 17 Inc. at 15 East 17th Street.
got it. Okay, thank you.
And he has full liquors in both of those. We never had any issues with them. And I did tell you there is an active C of O in that location. Well, there had to be because there was a previous license.
Kathleen, did you mention what kind of food you're going to be having?
She's Indonesian.
Indonesian,
Yes.
okay.
Kathy, the 74 is, so you don't need a public assembly permit?
No public assembly. In fact, I can tell you how many seats there are going to be. Let me see. There are, it's, I don't know. I thought somebody said it's big because it doesn't look big from the plans to me. It's 8 tables. I'm sorry, 2 tables with 2 4 tables. So that's 8 seats. I'm looking at the plans now. And then there's another table that's with 2 seats, that's 10. And then he has about 15 stools around the bar. So it's not a big place. It's going to be less than 50.
Yeah,
And I gave you his hours. He's closing every day at 10 o'clock,
Right.
except Sundays he'll close at 9:30 and Fridays and Saturdays at 11.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Background music, nothing, no outdoor cafe, no backyard use.
No outdoor
No,
cafe?
No,
Hopefully-
not as of now, no outdoor cafe. I
Well,
mean,
we'll be under this
if we do
application.
that, we'll be back before you again.
When is he, obviously there's got to be construction and significant construction. So
Right.
what is his estimated time of,
Well,
Open.
I don't know 100%, but I know that he's bugging me every single day for this license. And not that he's ready to open, but this license will take 4 to 6. We haven't filed it yet. I plan on filing it probably the beginning of next week, and this will take 4 to 6 months.
okay.
That's
So
the
we're talking
turnaround
about in
time
the
for the liquor
spring.
authority these days. What's that?
So we're talking really about in the spring or spring,
Yeah.
late spring.
Yeah.
Okay. So
One
Hopefully
thing you
everything
might want to
will be done
know,
then.
there were, I don't know if it's still the condition at that place, but there's a back door that opens onto the side street as opposed to the main door, which is on the avenue. And the back door
Okay.
has a staircase, about 3 stairs that lead up to that back door. The last
Uh-huh.
time I saw it, the staircase was made out of wood, which is non-compliant. And the reason I'm mentioning this, not because I care deeply about these things, but because I actually received a complaint about the former operator because of that. So why not
Oh.
fix it before if you're going to be doing work anyway, why not fold
Sure.
that into the work?
It's been like that for years.
I
Yep.
know.
So
and
I'm sorry,
there's a
so you're
neighbor
saying-
upstairs that's been complaining about it for years.
I'm sure. I'm just
Oh, that's
letting
not
you know
good.
I'm there
That doesn't
almost
sound
every
good.
day.
So I'm just, you're saying it's like 3 steps that go up to the side door? Is that what
It's
you're
kind
saying?
of like a kitchen. It's kind of like a kitchen door or a side
Okay,
door.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
you
I
could
I
probably-
made a note of it. I'll talk to my
Yeah.
client about it.
Okay. Does
More
anyone
of an
have any
FYI.
more
We don't care,
questions?
but you know.
Well,
No,
and as
that's
friendly
cool.
advice, if you want, I was involved in the Ore Washers property right across the street, which
Oh,
is
okay.
in the same landmark district. And if you look at what they did on their ramp to an ADA ramp on that side, they did a
Okay.
wonderful job with it, and it might be something they may want to look at.
Okay, great. Thank you. I love war washes too.
And so we
Thank you.
call the question.
Can we call the
Yes.
question, folks?
All those in favor? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Non-committee members? That's 1. So the vote is 8000 and 1000.
Fantastic.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry to keep you waiting once again.
No problem. Good luck.
That's-
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too.
You too, and thank you, Kathleen.
Yeah, thank you.
We're
Bye-bye.
looking forward to this. I don't think we have an Indonesian restaurant in the neighborhood. This is very
I
exciting.
think you're gonna like it. It's really good. It's like street fare, he just describes it as. I think you're gonna really like it.
I love
That
Indonesian
sounds like
food.
heaven to me.
I love anything Southeast.
I think you guys are just hungry right now. That's what it sounds like. to
There's
me.
that too. Okay, so
Have a good night.
have a good night.
Thank you.
So anybody else has any so-called new business to bring to our attention? In that case, I'm gonna call a motion to end the meeting then.
Second.
Wow.
Okay. So
7
you all
p.m.
you all have a good night now.
You
All right,
too.
Have
thanks
a,
very
have a
much,
great,
guys.
and we'll see you.
Not everyone,
next
happy
week.
holidays.
Happy holidays. Yes.
Yeah. Bye-bye. I'll see you
Happy
on the 15th.
Hanukkah.
Bye.
Enjoy your latkes.